I'm a spirit speaking, truth seeking, heart reaching, knowledge leaking, seeds sowing, harvest reaping, man of neither means. I have yet to leave, I'm still breathing. To quit, I have no reason. I mean, I'm asleep, but I be trying to live my dreams. I cannot even act if it's all easy. Either you gon' do it or you don't. Really, it ain't no in between. Baby, you can ask the sun, it's an everyday theme. Consistency in your routine is how you bring reality. Working like a slave, that's how I made this masterpiece. Living like a god, I lay at night, I rest in peace. They remember me, but I am not Harama beef.
Peace.
Peace. How y'all doing?
Outstanding.
Outstanding. How I go, Malik?
Makes me want to shout. Makes me want to. Yeah, look at that. This is more power right here, baby.
Okay, Malik, I see you. That
power baby right here.
He's popping. Yeah. Hey, Malik.
50 and pound. What?
They don't understand, Malik. See, they get mad. They get mad when we in shape. Oh, but the people with the big stomachs can take their shirt off. Fat Joe, them, they can have their shirts off. Why we can't be proud of the work we put in? See, this ain't bragging. This motivation. This encouragement. My brother finna be 50 years young. We fine like wine. I've been telling these brothers, oh man, at my age. Well, we the same age you are. Now what? Now what?
Or older.
Or older. And we ripped up like the same way of Harlem, man. I told y'all.
Yeah,
that's what a real shaman look like. That's what a real medicine man look like. That's what a real mapping guy look like. Your health is your wealth. That's what it say in the Bible. Gray hair don't mean wisdom. That just means your hair gray. That's cliche. Oh, the grays of your hair mean wisdom. That's an analogy. That's a metaphor in the Bible, right? The glory of a young man is his strength. But the wisdom of an older man is supposed to be the grays of his hair and his beard. But that's cliche, meaning the gray of your hair and the beard, meaning if you've seen something, if you know something, then say something. If not, go sit down.
Because you ain't spreading wisdom, man. I don't know what you're doing at this at my age.
Malik, that's why regular men, mortal men, can't be around men like you and me. Our vibration is way too high, and they be acting like we bragging. No, this is our vibration. We on 10 every single day. Stay around us, be around us, come to our meet and greet and see how we be on 10 every day, how we get up early in the morning every day, check on everybody, get up, we gone, running our mouths, doing everything together. Y'all been seeing this for years. What brotherhood do you want to be a part of but this? Come on. This ain't no fake brotherhood.
Nope. I see some brotherhood, but I also be seeing them. Yeah, they got money, but they out of shape, and they think quality of life. I'm like, God, I don't know. I'd rather have my health than a whole bunch of money. Just saying I got some money. I'd rather have my health because with my health, I can go get it.
That's what the text say. That's what we talk about physical fitness. Physical fitness is gold. That's why we keep our bodies pure with certain things. Like, before I even get to this message, see, a lot of these gurus, I have to say this today because this has been on my heart. Man, that's why I probably said keep your body filled with what?
Water, flush it.
Water. Water does what? What does water do?
Cleans it out.
Water flushes. So when these fake gurus be talking about, I ain't got to say no name. We don't supposed to drink water. That's the dumbest thing in the world. Water flushes everything, just like sage. Sage cleans all the energy, good and bad. So then you replenish yourself. Once you flush and fill, then you got to replenish yourself with the other H2.
You got to use the herbs of the earth too.
Yeah.
It's a balance.
My green smoothie, my all green for my gut health, and my fruit smoothie for my natural sugar intake. My water with my cucumbers, lemons, and stuff. And my Mayat Sun tea. That's 4 concoctions. I ain't saying nothing about eating a whole bunch of meals, did I? I eat 1 meal a day. At least I try. At least I try. That's just for me because I know my body. I know what to put in me. This is what I've been telling about the energy of Moors. Malik, remember when we had that brother came as a guest and his whole energy was off? You looked right in his eye and said, man, you need to get in shape. Why? Because your whole mental is easily accepting false doctrine. and called him out. That boy, that man, even though he looked like, you right. Malik, like, I know I'm right. Why? Because we looking in your eyes. The eyes tell true lies. That's why you all caught up with cloudiness, because your eyes say criminal. Everything about your eyes say criminal. Everything. I told y'all, it's in our IDMR book. What, when we talk about what?
To yourself, to your own body.
That's the spiritual alcoholism. Yeah. They be like, oh, you drink. I ain't say having a drink was no problem. That ain't what I said. When the IDMR, I'm showing you the spiritual drunkenness. Physically alive, but spiritually dead. See, they'll have no light in them. Why? Because light brings light to understanding. See, this is not complex. This is very simple. This is very simple, y'all. See, we are chosen because only a few will be chosen. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. That's why the majority of the people get caught up in the rapture, getting caught up with personalities. Knowing them personalities is false doctrine. How? Because it can easily be destroyed. How? With the truth. The truth is a lion. Y'all know it. It will teach the truth, regardless if it fill a room or clear it out. I'm a lion. I don't need nobody to confirm what I'm saying, because I already confirmed it in academia with scholars.
The Bible confirms it.
Yes.
The Kabbalah, the Torah, they all confirm it.
Yes, Malik. So with that being said, man, can you please give us our Moorish American prayer?
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our guide, and our salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Drew Ali, Amin Ashay, Shalom Alakim, Ash'ar, Islamism. Peace, 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 peace.
But before I get into this teaching, I've been on the battlefield for a long time.
Peace, Lonzo.
Peace, Noble Lonzo. In spiritual houses and doing everything. And my homeboy, like back almost like 20 years ago, dang near, I used to do sermons and stuff, and I used to put beats behind them. I got so many CDs, y'all, with me doing sermons with my homeboy. He used to do beats and stuff, and he put beats behind a lot of my messages. And so I used to go through the city. I used to be at the clubs, talking to all my homeboys, and people got so many memories of me, Malik, saying, you remember when you was at the club and you helped me at my class reunion? I forget her name. I got a picture with her. Damn, what is her name? She's like, Kareem, you remember I was going through a dark time and you was at the club and you were just hugging everybody, telling them you love them when your brother died? And I was like, man, if y'all need a ride home, I got y'all. I don't know. That was just the spirit put that on me for a time. And my homeboy, his name Dennis Jackson, he called himself Lil Spade, aka Willie D. He did a song called Genocide, because because in the city of Flint, it was so much stuff going on. This was years ago, and he was like, "Man, can I use your sermon for my intro?" Because he came and had me do a message. I had everybody in there tearing up because I speak to heart, but I can put it in a message. You know, that's why I said I didn't leave the church because I was disgruntled. No, because when I was in the church, I was teaching just like that. Everywhere I went, I got big time donations because I taught the truth, and I taught in the streets, in real life. So I didn't leave to be disgruntled. I had to get in the highways and byways to reach the people because I was educating myself. I was learning. And either you're going to be a part of the solution or part of the problem.
Facts.
Point blank, no matter. I told people I sacrificed something. Ask my empress, I sacrificed something. Everywhere I went to minister, I got paid. I used to travel all over. This is no cap. Just like it was a minister. He's passed now. Peace be among them. His name was what was the brother name? He was D2. He was on the internet. He passed. Darby, Brother Darby, Reverend Darby. You can look him up, man. He taught the truth. And a lot of people was like, man, there's only two ministers I know. You and my brother Darby that'll teach the truth. Because that's where most of our people was at. That's where most of all our parents was at. Most people that on this internet ain't never stepped a foot in the Moorish Science Temple, Malik.
I know that.
These is facts. So when they be getting on here talking all that stuff, like, oh, the temples are infiltrated. I said, man, you ain't never been in the temple a day in your life, let alone a Masonic hall. Let alone know someone close to them, let alone being homeschooled by your parents that was in that fire and came about the fire. Come on. But I want to play this.
In between.
Yeah. But I want to play this little intro, y'all, before I get into the message.
Go ahead.
Can y'all hear that?
That will be the topic of today's message.
Yep.
We are living in trying times. The world is in a state of turmoil. There is every type of conflict between nations, religions, sisters, brothers, political, religious, and industrial leaders that brought shame to our economy. Our education system has failed. Many people have become depressed, disillusioned, trying to find comfort in destructive behaviors like alcohol or drugs. This is nothing new in our times. This has happened all throughout history. People are comparing our economy today to the Great Depression. But deliverance from the gloom and the doom, the world has been provided for all of us, the saving grace of the Holy Spirit. Grace is a blessing, a gift freely given that includes, first of all, love, forgiveness, and most of all, charity.
How many murders was it today? Let's take go. Let's take go. It's getting to the point where I don't even shake my head no more. It's getting to the point where I'm feeling kind of out of my body myself. Knowing that a nigga on his last post, but I'm looking like you. Fuck. That's the word for today. Shoot. What? Might as well tell him that, because that's the way that we out here living. I done seen the bitch take a kiss wide open, couldn't overlook. The devil was laughing. I looked to my left and the baby was looking. Dang, Daddy. We must be living in the last day. Better read Revelations, premeditated on everything. I still get a call from Corrido. Not to get a little bit of this or a little bit of that. I'll ask me to put me in a position to rob your people as well as missing. Get your attention, relax. Put your position. One nigga teach two niggas. Two niggas teach three, four niggas. Two niggas teach four niggas. Let's grow niggas, or it's gonna be genocide. In the fly. And I'm living here, so that's my son for me. And it's a family, so it's all time to ride. I put myself in this bitch, this shit can't close my eyes, cause it's genocide.
Man, and that's years ago, man. And excuse the language, because that's adult music. But as we look at things today, it's still relevant, y'all. You know?
Can I add something to that though?
Absolutely.
What's really apparent, and not just to the noble who made the song at all, is all love. We have to understand we taught nigga shit. So when he said one nigga teach two niggas, they was really doing that. But they wasn't teaching them the good stuff, right? They was really teaching them the ignorant stuff, which, you know, one of the definitions of nigga is to be ignorant.
And see, that's so beautiful you said that, because as we learn, as he learned, as he evolved, I'm his minister. That's why I said everything is coming around. Just like you used to say, man, everything takes time. We're in a trying time now. These brothers talk about they can depend on their natural understanding. Okay. We're not dealing with those. So that when we use that song, we can use it for education and edification, like you just did, Malik. You know, as we dissecting things, as we become current. Islam.
Gratitude.
I want to build on something real fast. I want to talk about a little bit of this sacredness of light. We're going to get in the chamber. To the one God, the universal one. That's why I always give gratitude is dictated. We talk about this will. We talk about this light. All these colors, orange, green, violet, blue, yellow, red, infrared, ultraviolet. You know, all these beautiful colors. Yes. But a lot of this stuff I talk about is old. A lot of this stuff is taught in the Masonic houses. A lot of our brothers may know it and keep it because a lot of our brothers just don't share it. But today, here at the BBT, we have the privilege and the honor to share the wisdom. Are y'all with me?
Absolutely.
I mean, are y'all with me? Talk to me. Where my brothers at?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I thought I was by myself.
Nah, you here. I'm here.
Okay. All right.
One or two, when two or more gather, there I am. Let's go.
Let's roll, Malik. But Jesus, Yahushua said that God is light, and no man of that day knew what he meant. The day is now here when all men must know what Yahushua, what he meant when he said God is light. We just here to understand things. I'm not here to tell you what to believe or how to believe, but we're using things for understanding and wisdom as philosophers. So let's deal with it. For within the secret of light is a vast knowledge. A lot of time is unrevealed to the average man. Light is all there is, brothers and sisters, because as we say at the BBT, light brings light to understanding. So if light brings lights to understanding, all we are is understanding. All we are is mind. It's all we have to deal with. But we do not yet know what it is. That's why we into the know. That's why we are followers of the way. That's the purpose of what we about to demonstrate. We know how to deal with matter, but we do not know what matter is, nor why it even exists. Nor do we know what energy, electricity, magnesium, gravitation, and radiation consist of. Nor do we know the purpose of the inert gases and what they are. Watch this. This is for my brother students and my minister students. Nor do we know the structure of the element atoms, nor the gyroscope principle which determines that structure. Nor are we aware of the fact that is a two-way continuous universe of balance and all effects of motion, and not a one-way discontinuous universe. Nor have we even yet heard of or suspected the importance of all principles of physics, the avoidance principle, and the mirrors and the lenses or space, which are the cause of illusion in all moving things. All we in the chamber today, man. Watch this.
Oh,
Malik worked our physical body. Now we working this physical muscle. The body is a muscle too,
right.
but this muscle right here is the strongest muscle. Let's go, Malik. Yes, sir. That brain food. That's what we getting, that brain food. Nor do we even consider the entire material electric universe to be the illusion which it is, there being no reality to it whatsoever. Watch this. Nor have we the slightest inkling of the cause of curvature of space, nor the avoidance of the curvature in planes of zero, curvature at wave field boundaries. See, my scientists, my brothers that's in the atmosphere, they rocking with me. They rocking with me. No one knows how it is that crystals get their various shape. It would amaze the world to know that those shapes of crystals are determined in space by the shapes of the wave fields, which bound the various elemental structures. Look at this power. Nor have we the slightest conception of what constitutes the life principle, nor the principle of growth, nor the simultaneous unfoldment, the refoldment principle, which repeats all patterns in nature sequentially and records and voids them as they are repeated. Nor are we aware of the recording principle by means of which the Creator carries forth the sum totals of every sequential cycle in his unfolding and refolding universe until the very end, the very end of its manifestations upon the one planet and its beginning on another one, y'all. Watch this. I'm just setting the precedent because I don't want to throw you out of the atmosphere because we're about to get in the atmosphere. We're about to get into the know. You're going to catch it. It's real simple. Nor are we dynamically aware of the souls and the seeds of things. These roots of universal repetition are now but metaphysical abstractions to religion and physical guesswork to science. Watch this. Within the secret of light is the answer to all of the heretofore, the unanswered questions that we may have, and many more, with the ages have not yet solved. But see, this you getting some light today. This reveal of the nature of light will be the inheritance of you and I. In this age of understanding, in this age of comprehension. What you say, Noble? Oh, I thought my Noble said something. But its unfoldment will prove the existence. Oh yeah, it's gonna prove the existence of that God essence by methods and standards acceptable to science and so-called religion alike. It will lay a spiritual foundation under the present material one of science. Brothers and sisters, the two greatest elements in civilization, you know and I know, is religion and science. Now, that can fall under a plethora of other descriptive words. We'll thus find unity in marriage of the two. Likewise, human relationships will become more balanced because of greater knowledge of universal law, which lies behind all of the processes, which light uses to what? Interweave the pattern forms of the electric wave universe. Talk about you don't like science. I'm giving it to you. There is no department of life which will not be vitally affected by this knowledge. I like to say this right knowledge of the nature of light, from the university to the laboratory, from government.
They don't like science, right?
Yeah.
They don't like science. What did you learn about where did you learn about the human body? It had to be in biology. That's science. Right?
Come on. Yes, sir.
Math is science. Science is math.
Sir. And when it's taught the right way, when you teach it like this, when you can involve the essence, when you can involve your whole being, this is Malik. This is what we call the elements. This is what we said. We taught this to our kids, the elementary. Our baby's supposed to know this. How? In the 4th grade. This is what I'm saying. That's why our kids is really behind so much. Why? Because they don't know what I'm saying.
Correct.
This is what I'm saying. And this is a gift. This is what I be telling my brothers and sisters. I said, y'all clearly not listening. The babies need to know this. The babies need to know this because I know the adults don't know it. The babies need to know this to add value to.
That's right.
That's why I give you all of this clarity. Because myself, I'm aware of this light, this sense of cosmic cinema, of light illusion, which is our universe. I'm aware of these concepts. I'm aware of these things because I was able to be in a chamber. And it's a gift.
You said the light and illusion and the pursuit to happiness.
Yes. Watch this, Malik, as I give a little phrase of light, because this is what we are. As nobles, as adapt thinkers, as holy men. We ain't here to chain nobody. We telling you exactly what we represent. You can too if you don't. It's not for you. That's fine. We ain't gonna be forcing them down nobody's throat. This is a gift. But I am the light. You are the light. I alone am. What I am, thou art. Thou art the light. Thou art one with me. Man may know me by desiring to know me. To know me is to be me. Through my light alone can man know me. Man is light when he knows that he is light. Man is me when he knows that he is me. All men
Who is
will
me?
come to
Who
me
is me?
in due
Who
time.
is me?
But there is an agony of, who is me?
Yeah,
Who is me?
Tell
Come
them
on,
who me is.
come on now. You know, we know, they should know.
The
I'm
Alpha,
explaining
the
it.
Alpha,
The
the
light
Omega,
within.
the
The light
God,
within.
the ALLAH,
The
the
omnipresent, the
Supreme,
omniscience, yes. The omnipotent, all that. All power
masculine and
is
the
from the
feminine.
one. Yeah. All power is from the one. And all power, what it do? It returns what, Malik? It
Back to
returns
its
back.
original, back to the origin.
It returns back.
Oh my goodness. So hold on. Can I just say something real quick when you saying all of
Come
that,
on.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
do men become, as they age, more masculine or more feminine? I just need you to answer the question.
You said, well,
Aging.
no.
When men age, do they become more masculine or do they become more feminine?
And you got, you know the answer to that.
Men age masculinely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for women, right? Because I'm going to take it back to origin what you just said. I'm going to simplify it. Do women age masculinely or do they age femininely? The answer is they age masculinely, which is why they start growing mustaches and things of that nature. They go back to the origin because the alpha and omega holds the female and the masculine and the feminine energy. It's a balance, but it goes back to the man. It's no circle. It's like a circle of life. I'm sorry I had to say that because it just dawned on me. But go
If I
ahead.
show you pictorials, Malik, you will see the universe of knowing. See, that's why when people say, well, more science is that, man, clearly people don't understand the clock of destiny and understanding and thought processes and different levels of understanding. They don't know theosophy. They don't know esoteric, exoteric. They don't know Gnostic scripture. They don't know linguistics. They don't study with the different lexicons to prove what they're saying with the right language, read other reference books, not to be a know-it-all, but just to have a clear understanding. That's what this science is about. And then being able to break it down, because I love all elders. I love all our elders, but for myself in the flesh, I know where all the science come from. Don't get it twisted.
I just asked who are they teaching it to replace them?
Yes.
If you go to churches today, there ain't no youth in there.
No, because it's not getting this, Malik. I'm telling you, I heard it. They're like, well, if they're like, well, you talking about me? They're like, you get excited for this, and I say, well, they're like, well, that's why we projected to have our physical temple again because that need. We're doing, we're filling one gap here, but we can do a mighty more. We don't have to talk about the negative. We can talk about all the positive and be the example. The example is the change unit. What righteous men can do and brothers and sisters and hold themselves accountable for what they say they're going to do if they gather a plethora of funds that say they're going to do X, Y, and Z. That's all I'm saying. You know? But
absolutely.
But let's proceed. We got a little bit more time. We in good time. But everybody always asks themselves, and we know this, who am I? What am I? Why am I this? Am I bound? Am I free? What's our relationship to the universe, to man and to God? All these questions. What is truth? How am I to know the truth per se? Whence come my power? What is the source of my power? How am I to find this balance? These may be questions every brother or sister may have. In my dealings with my fellow men, how am I to know the balance in our inner charge, which will enrich both him and me? You hear what I said? Intercharge. Because when we around our brothers, we get energy from each other. I told y'all this, like I just said a minute, energy goes. And when two or more gather, Malik, y'all heard him, he's talking in the spirit. Brothers have to listen. When two or more gather, there it is. So we're talking about energy. We're talking about a source of energy. Energy. You know, and I know you've been around people and in they low energy, you can smell it like an alcoholic. You've been in those situations before, but now your eye is open, your pineal is open, you see it before it comes, and you know how to do what? Navigate. How? Because you can stay away from it. And you can love it so much to where you can force that on a person to be like, man, I can't be around him. Why? Because he wanted the best for me so much, and I don't want it for myself. I can't be around him. See, that's how the energy change. Because you will be motivating him, telling him that he can do whatever he wants, like telling him you can do greater than I. That love and that type of energy, it shifts the atmosphere.
I love you from a distance.
They ain't catch that. They ain't catch that. Catch that. They ain't catch that. They ain't catch that.
It's all right. All you gotta do is play, rewind, play, and they'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll catch it. Just play, rewind, play when the class over. We on YouTube. You can play, rewind, play.
Yeah. See, countless are the religious teachings, and many are the commands to goodness. But goodness is still veiled from the eyes, like a thick mist which hides the light, which vainly seek. Watch this. Watch this. People stumble in darkness. Watch this. Unbalanced, we may fall. O thou unseen one, tear from my eyes the blinding veil which hides the path to the light, that I may find my way to thee. That is the cry of the ages. I'm talking in science. That is the unanswered question which is arising from the heart of the awakening generation. That's what these young brothers talking about. Because I'm going to tell you why. Man, because a lot of these older dudes is vampires. See, a lot of people talk about, oh, this person is vampire. No, a lot of these older brothers is vampires.
Stealing energy.
Yes, Malik. They sucking the energy. They're not teaching the young brothers.
They're stealing energy. Yeah, they're stealing energy. Your life force.
Yes. It's no teaching. So when an eldership, there ain't no eldership. The old people all out there with the young dudes with them tight pants on. They out there with the young. It's no guidance-ship. It's no guidance-ship. We're not hating on nobody getting a bag. You should get your bag. But we shouldn't repeat cycles of what? Uneducated brothers that's making money at a young age and illiterate when it comes to money, and it goes right back. It's not going. It's not going anywhere. And so what we're doing, we're creating a cycle of what? Complaining. Let's proceed. But that's the cry. I'm telling you, that's the cry. We can do way more. Because how? The other communities are doing it. Why? We giving ours away. But civilization progresses in what? Cycles. New comprehension. Periodically. Transforms mankind into what? Higher beings. How do we know this? Because we used to have those rotary phones, didn't we? We used to go to the payphones. I don't know nobody go to the payphones no more, do they? The phone used to be plugged in. Now you got cordless phone. Now you can put these things on your ear. And what you talk about, Tyrone? Wait. You see the old school with the shorts on and the dress shoes and the socks with the earpiece on. What you talk about, Tyrone?
Right.
But that's the unanswered question, which is arising from the heart of the awakening brothers and sisters. God omniscience, God omnipotence, the omnipresence, and the center and the consciousness of every man. But few there are who know the oneness of their self-soul with the universal self-soul. But man requires many millennia to begin to be aware of this wisdom. I want us to know this. Huh? What you say, no?
Your internet was going in and out just now.
Oh, okay.
Your internet was going in and out.
Am I good?
Yeah, you good now.
Okay. But truth is simple, y'all. Balance is simple. Rhythmic balanced interchange between all pairs of opposite expressions in natural phenomena and in human relations. It is consummate. It's that art of the creator's universe of light. So when I talk about the voice within and things like this, because I just want to hit on a couple bullets. The great unanswered question of man has a simple answer. The silent voice within every man is ceaselessly is whispering to his awakening consciousness. It's whispering to your awakening consciousness. If we be still, not your movement, but your mind, be still to listen to that sweet voice of what? Your discernment. I'm telling you, because let's say something that I bet we all can agree on. You don't need no outer body God essence to know right from wrong. I think you're born with that. Am I right or wrong about it? Am I right about it? Okay. Y'all.
You are right.
Okay. I know I'm right about that. Every desire written upon the heart of man is carried to the source, and its answer will come. But few there are who seek comprehensively, and fewer still who hear. So what I'm saying is, when people say, well, when you talk to God, do God answer, or do you answer yourself? But I just said we made in the image of the God, right? Didn't the scripture say, ye are gods? Yes or no? If the scripture said, ye are gods, then I think you should be able to answer the question yourself. Think about it. I'm talking about something within the light. The light. You in this body and this electric recording brain. Man thinks that he thinks and lives, loves and dies. He thinks himself conscious while awake and unconscious while sleeping, unaware that in all nature there is no such condition as unconsciousness when sensation cease in sleep. Did y'all catch what I just said? I'm telling you. Watch this. I'm going to go backwards like a Quentin Tarantino movie. What he calls his subjective mind and his consciousness, his spiritual storehouse of all knowledge, all power, and all presence. That consciousness is yourself, your eternal self, through which your omnipotence, your omniscience, your omnipresence, all this stuff is expressed as you slowly become aware of the presence within your own essence. The electrically oscillating nerve wires, which operate the body and the bodily mechanisms. They will act almost entirely through what? Automatic reflexes and instinctive control, and to a very little extent through mental decisions, because each cell and organ of our body has an electrical awareness of its purpose, and each fulfills that purpose without any mental action whatsoever upon the part of the intelligence which occupies our body. The heartbeat is purely automatic. It ain't no stick shift. The white corpuscle, of your blood rush to repair an injury to the body as automatically as a bell rings when a button is pushed. Stay in the science. In this body and this electric recording brain, man and woman thinks that he or she thinks and lives, loves and dies. He or she thinks himself conscious while awake and unconscious while sleeping, unaware that in all nature there is no such condition as unconsciousness when sensation cease in sleep. Oh yeah. Man does not say that his tooth is unconscious when it is put to sleep by short-circuiting the electric current in the nerve wire, which gives sense electrical awareness to the tooth. I'm giving you a pictorial per se. He knows that his tooth cannot be conscious per se, but then he does not know that his body cannot be conscious, nor does he yet know that consciousness never sleeps, never changes. For consciousness in man is his immortality. It is the light which he or she is unknowingly seeking, but assumes that sensation of his or her brain is his or her thinking. Think about it. As we go to man and woman is still new per se. We're talking about this thinking. We are barely out of the dark jungle. For all these eons of years, the unfolding, he has realized upon sensation for our actions and evidence of our sense for our knowing. Think about it. We've been aware of the spirit in him, in you and I, only a very few thousand years. Because in the beginning of this new awareness, we are confused, knowing not which is mind in us, which is consciousness in him per se, and which is sensation. You know, when I tell people, are you excited? And when people talk about, oh, they speak in tongue. And I say, what did you say? I don't know. Well, you had an orgasm. You might as well go have an orgasm. Because that's all the thing. Because can't nobody teach you how to speak in tongue. And if anybody get on here and lie and talk about you speaking in tongue, tell me what language you speaking. See, that's blasphemy. The Bible says if anyone speak a different language or speaking some different in the church, if there's no interpreter to interpret what you're saying, that's for who? You and the Creator. And I'm paraphrasing. But you know it's in there, like Heinz ketchup. A lot of brothers and sisters have to understand that the bodies are but self-created mechanisms which manifest their centering self, and that self manifests God as one within it. Didn't the Bible says ye are gods? Didn't the Bible say you made in the image of what? God? It didn't say you made in the image of a slave, of a monkey, or a donkey, or none of that type of stuff. The Bible says ye are gods. It said, ain't you made in the image of the Creator? Yes. Yes, arm, leg, arm, head, standing straight up with all your extremities. What are we talking about? What? I don't know. I don't know what you talk about. Likewise, he has not yet learned that the bodies neither live nor die, but repeat themselves continuously and forever. As all idea of mind, likewise, what it does, it repeats itself. The will, for example, brothers and sisters, is a mechanism consisting of what? A hub, a spokes, and a rim. It might be constructed of new things now, but I'm just saying the basis. A little part of the wheel touches what? The ground, right? It feels the ground, then leaves the ground, right? To disappear from each of the sensations which connect what? The rim, the spokes, and the ground. Watch this. But then it reappears. And when that happens to man, we say he was born, then he lived, then he died. And when it happens to the apple, the flame, or the tree, what do we say? It say the apple was eaten, the flame has gone out, and the tree has decayed. We say that because only a small part of the cycle of any idea comes within the range of our senses. Think about this. And the larger part of the cycle is beyond our range of perception, just as the larger part of the wheel is beyond the sense perception of the ground. You see how we teach this when you say they don't like this? I bet you the kids will understand it. They'll pick this up so fast. Like, yeah, I know what he's saying. I'm like, I know you do. I know you understand it. We do not yet know that the invisible part of the cycle of all idea is a continuous as the wheel is continuous. The cycle of the apple is light reaching the sun and the earth. That positive half of the apple cycle, which we hold in our hand, the negative half of the cycle is light returning to the sun and earth for what? Repetition as another manifestation of the eternal idea of what? The apple. See, this is the science that the babies need. Talk about they don't like to get in a laboratory with their test tubes and their beakers. Well, yes, you do. If you don't like you. The same is true of the flame, the tree, or any other part of the one whole idea of creation. Watch this. The flame goes out to our senses, but it still is. Likewise, the tree, the forest, the mountain, the planet, and the nebula of the far heavens disappear. And that's surely what they do. They reappear. Just like I was breaking down yesterday about the firmament, what the biblical scripture explains. Likewise, man appears to disappear and reappear again and again in countless cycles to express eternal life of the spirit in eternal repetitions of that part of the man cycle, which the body of man can sense. And then we got to really look at it, because our life is really playing a cycle. Because what? You're doing the same thing every day. You go to bed, you wake up, you eat, you go to work, you did. Everything is a cycle per se. Think about it. Oh, everything is what? Time. Time. Come on. That's a form of a cycle per se. Stay in the science. Man never dies. He is a continuous and eternity in continuous. Jesus Yahushua, whatever name that you give, rightly said that man shall not see death, for there is no death to see or to know. Likewise, the body of man does not die, and having never lived, it cannot die. The spirit alone lives. Stay with me. The body but manifests the spirit. The body but manifests the spirit. That which we think of as life, if the spirit of man manifests itself by willing the body to act. We getting deep. Actions thus made by the body under the command of the sinnering soul have no, how can I say, motive, power, or intelligence in themselves per se. They are but what? Machines motivated by a what? Omnipotent intelligence existent to them. These things we do not know yet, for man in his fancy, he is but beginning to know the light. Watch this. Be ye forever transformed. I told y'all we're gonna take everything that they throw out for the good. Man, that tea good in the mug. Man is forever seeking the light to guide him on the long, tortuous road, which leads from his body's jungle to the mountaintop of his awakening soul. We ain't talking about nothing outside of ourselves, Malik. We talk about, oh man, part of you is evil. Who told you that? Who told you a part of you is evil? Oh, I got to cut a part of myself to die. No, the part of myself don't have to die. Oh, you're going to cut a part of your extremities off and think you're going to be alive? That don't even make sense. And I don't even want to hear that analogy. No, it ain't no death. We have to come to life. We have to come to our higher self and control that pendulum. Don't nothing about us have to die. We have to understand that. We have to understand the lower self. We have to understand it. You see? And we forever finding that light, and it's being forever transformed as he finds it. And as he finds it, gradually finds the self, of which is the light. I'm telling you, this is not hard. People be thinking, oh, this money gonna come to you. No, you're gonna master you. What? Everything is gonna be simple. It's the simplicity first. It's the simple things. It's the things that you say that you want to manifest. Can't nobody say, oh, that's selfish. How can it be selfish? You're not saying nobody should have this and you want nobody else's, but you don't shoot low. If you're doing something, I hope you want to be the best. If you have a mission, I hope you want to master your mission. Yes. If you're dealing with numbers, I hope you want to do budgets. I hope you want to do checks and balances. That's what this is about. That's when I say scar, scab, and wound. And then we become more and more transformed. How? By the God light of the awakening self within you and I. And then we leave the jungle farther below. It's farther below in the dark. There are those who seek the light who are discouraged because they seemingly cannot find it. Totally unaware that they have forever been finding it. You forever been finding it. I'm forever been finding it. Unknowing ones expect to find it all at once in some blinding flash of all powerful, all knowing, and all presence. See, that's what a lot of people be thinking. I told a lot of people, you will consume yourself with things. How? Because I just told you. You will consume yourself. How? And it won't be no balance. It won't be no consistency. It won't be no communication. It won't be no, what's the other one, Malik?
Commitment.
It won't be no commitment. And it can be. And it can be. Because I am who I am. I'm not saying nobody else. I say we are living testimonies, what we can do. Because I know what I can do. And what I can do, I can be dedicated to what I can do. Because I can stand on my square on that per se. And if anything changed in that, I'm a man and I say, hey, something has changed. That's what this is about. There are those who seek that light and get discouraged. But I'm telling you today, not to get discouraged. I'm telling you today, there's no reason to get discouraged. I'm telling you today, all this stuff is a lesson and a testimony. For what? For others. To show how overcoming, to show how you overcame, to show how some people are covered and quiver. All these things to give testimonies, to show what this is all about. It does not come that way until one is nearing their mountaintop. Man cannot bear much of light at a time while his body is still new and too near to its jungle. Y'all heard what I said? Like Malik said earlier. I just said it in the chamber. Malik said it earlier, how people be chasing money and think money something all out of shape and think that means something. But we okay. But we get to a place where we're going to leave a good mark on this earth, because man cannot bear much of light at a time while his body is still new and too near to its jungle. What it's saying is, when you young, you or this, not the other, or you just, hey man, everything cool. I got some money. All this don't matter. That's what that is saying in the spirit. Right. That's what that is saying in the spirit. When it's our dedication, it's supposed to be our proclamation. When we from a place in a neighborhood, no matter if we made it rapping or playing basketball, we supposed to seek our spiritual brother that we supposed to love and do what? Help them build the infrastructure in their neighborhood. Yep. It's like all European Jews do that make it. I'm telling you what I know, because they're giving their money away. To who? Uncle Sam. They like, contraire mon frère. They like, we're going to donate this to our religious charitable organization, to our priests. And all my homeboys that's Jews, we're going to donate too. And this is going to be a multi-million-dollar operation. We're in our neighborhood. And we ain't got to beg nobody for nothing. Why? Because we own all this. Sopranos. I'm just throwing it out there. The ascent of man from dark to light, I'll leave with this, is forever repetitive play of man on these planes. When all mankind has found the light, the play will be finished. That's why we always say we get there at different times. That's why there is naught but good. There is no evil. There is naught but life. There is no death. You know? So I hope I want to stop right there, because I can go so further and I don't want to. I want to stop, because I really want us to, especially brothers and sisters, to start coming to class and sharing this, man. Sharing it with other Moors. And see, the problem is we don't like to share things. And a lot of brothers and sisters may think they know something. But Moor science is not a whole bunch of men talking about a whole bunch of old stuff, or who's the Supreme Grand Sheikh, and a whole bunch of stuff that's meaningless. All that stuff is meaningless. Yeah. My Empress crazy over there. It's about building infrastructure, and it's about doing these things that we're doing. It's about telling our young brothers and sisters to be proud of something, because we down with reparations. When people be asking me, If they ask Noble Malik, are y'all down with reparations? Yes. But we know Negro, Black, and color or African Americans is never going to get reparations. We know this. It's a lot of things that Malik, I want to say so much, but I'll just put it in generality. You know, we was talking about the white by law, right?
Yeah.
By that document by Hans, I forget the doctor name, and I'm not gonna say no names. I just want to put it out there to see how we know people really don't read and study and look at things because they really don't have that aptitude, and they be trying to prove other men wrong. And instead of trying to say, if you got a piece of wisdom, you're not looking for that individual in that science. You're looking for the wisdom and understanding in that science for both of you can be illuminated if you both have the same mission. So when the brother was saying that, talking about that document, and that's for, and he clearly said, well, yeah, that's not for us, that's for white people. I almost blew my top. I said, see, that's the problem with us, because we'll tell truth and falsehood is strangely mixed, and it'll sound real good. But in academia, it'll be stepped and crunched. That's the same. Yes, that's the same noise saying a person said you can't put a circle in a square, and we know better than that. And this is what I be saying.
Like, how come you can't get the same degrees?
This the things that I'll be telling my brothers and sisters. Like, we're not here to. This is not Crips and Bloods. And this is what I'll be telling people. I said, when you get things down, documents that's written by academia and things, the first thing that I say, what did our prophet tell us? We have what is our nationality? Moorish American. What is our race? I choose Asiatic. What is our status? Free white. So if all those things mean something, how can you say are we black? No. Okay, then. So are we what's our nationality? Moorish American? Yes. What's our race? We say Asiatic. What's our status? Our status is free white. So what you saying? So what you saying then? Like, clearly, Malik, it don't make sense, because we can go through I got the document right here. And that's what I'll be saying. I'll be like, oh man, this is what be happening to us. I'll be like, man, it don't make sense. We went over that document 18 million times, Malik.
Yeah, people don't listen. They're not here to learn. They're here, like you said, prove wrong.
Yes. And so I hope, like in academia, if you would take that and do a dissertation on the facts of that, those individuals will fail, because they'll be like, okay, so what you say your nationality is? I'm Moorish American. Okay, so okay, well, if I ask you your status, what you gonna say? If I put a form in front of your face,
black. They're gonna say black.
You see, Malik, like, so, like, if they put a document in front of you and they say, what's your status? And they say black and white. And you say that and you say, but that don't pertain to you. So what would you tell you gonna tell a Moorish to pick black?
Nope, I'd say under law. I had to describe to them and help them understand under law, what is it? What are we talking about? Because if you were just looking at who has rights and who don't, like, what would you put? And that's how I phrase the question. If you knew that under this colorable law has nothing to do with your skin complexion, has only to do with terms, and you knew one term proposed this and one term posed that, what would you put? And if that be the answer, then why are you not putting it? I know most of us not putting it because we didn't know, we're not aware of this. But now that we've been saying this for over 5 years now, go look at it. That's all I'm saying.
Anybody else?
Just go look. You can go look under agricultural law and tell you anybody who says basically that self-identify as black, Indian, Ethiopian, African American is under the agricultural law means you are property. That's self-identifying. That means you identified as that. Can't nobody tell you what you are. So if you self-identify, that means you're making a proclaim that you are somebody's property. Sorry, but not sorry.
Hold on, here I come. I was just grabbing something. Hold on.
That's good.
I was grabbing something. Well,
I said we gotta, we gotta get our feelings and get with the facts, what you can prove, not how you feel about something.
hey, Malik, you got that? Don't you got that document?
White bylaw?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, I do.
Is everybody familiar with that?
Yeah, you could actually look it up. You could just Google on your phone, people. What does it mean to be white by law in 17? Hold on, what was it? 17 something. What does the term free white person mean? Used in earlier U.S. nationalization law to define who is eligible for citizenship. That's it. 1790. It's the Naturalization Act of 1790. To be free white person. Does not say anything about the color of your skin, even though they used it as that later on. That doesn't mean that it's changed from its origin. So the term free white person was used in early U.S. naturalization laws to define who is eligible for citizenship. So if you're already born here, you're already a natural citizen. That you don't have to go through a process. That means you're already a free white person, right? If you want your citizenship and you're not born on this continent in the Americas, especially the US, right? You have to go through a naturalization process to become a citizen. The term would be free white person,
So
not
Malik,
skin color.
so you telling me black people was never gonna be citizens, never in the Constitution? That's what you telling me?
If you self-identify as a black in all these other terms, right? Because free white person is a term. Laws use terms, right?
Yeah.
Terms have definitions for clarity, right? If you claim to be black, which in law means dead or civil litor mortuus, right? That means you have no rights or you're somebody's property. It's even in the agricultural law. We don't learn this in school, and I understand. So if you're confused or you feeling a certain type of way, stop feeling a certain type of way and go look these things up yourself and start reading and educating. There's a couple other books. White Cargo, they were white and they were slaves. When you start synchronizing this history with some of the history that you were taught in school, you'll be able to weed out the things that make sense, and you'll be able to add the things that do make sense. Then you'll understand the condition of our people is because somebody told you this is what you were, and this is not what you know to be factually true. And I'm not saying that they weren't slaves. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you are not black. You are a human being first and foremost. Everybody is. It's really one race, human race, scientifically proven.
And we say things with no facts. See, like I told you, you'll say a little bit of stuff with facts when you're trying to talk about other individuals, just like the whole slave narrative. Like the stuff be crazy. Well, they just use the boat for something else. We just can't throw things out there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this we use no, because stuff didn't happen like that. If you're going to use scholarship, you got to use scholarship all across the board. You can't use scholarship in one area and then use folktale in the other area. We ain't going to use folktale because we just get the one world Tartarians and show you that the slave stuff didn't go like that from scholarship. So it'll destroy all the playing. Malik, I just sent you
based off of numbers. That just goes based off numbers.
Malik, check your email. Watch, I'm showing y'all how we do stuff in real time. Look, did I just send you something?
Hold on.
Watch this. Watch what he say. Watch this. Watch it and read it. Just what it say. When I show y'all how I do the stuff in real time, when I be teaching college students and I have everything from scholarship, and we break and analyze the stuff down.
Are you talking about this 0.4 or 0.214? That one?
What it say? Just
It
now, I
didn't
just
come
sent
through. Oh
you,
no, I'm sorry.
I just sent you an email.
Updates.
No, or it didn't go
It
through.
didn't come. It didn't come through.
Okay. Well, I got another document. It is from William and Mary Law Review, volume 6-5. It was from 23 to 24, and it's titled "The Free White Persons Clause of Naturalization Act of 1790 as super statute." And so I don't have too much time to talk about all that, but it talks about naturalization law and the political community, the Naturalization Act 1790. Man, leveraging the free white person clause, declarations, and eligibles. Don't y'all know it was illegal to be a Negro, black, and colored early as 1800s? What y'all think? Don't y'all know the Dred Scott Law was never abolished? Why do we let
but
these
people don't, because they don't connect those things, right? It said, what did you say? It said it was illegal to be, right?
Yeah.
State of being means not what somebody called you; it's what you self-identify as. What you proclaim. You made a proclamation. Yeah, I'm a Negro, and then when you start using those, think about in history, even in all these movies, and all people said Negro, Negro. You start calling yourself that because that's what they called you. That don't mean that was right.
Yeah.
Or you start calling yourself black. That don't mean it's right. Or you start calling yourself African American. That don't mean it's correct. You just adopted these terms as self-identification, and then you bestowed these things on yourself.
Somebody give me the definition of Amazigian, please. Because we have to tell our story. The babies need to know this. I'm telling y'all, man.
What is the definition of Amazigian?
And when things start going the other way, we got so other avenues to teach. But the document me and Malik talking about is white by law, the legal construction of race. The legal construction, when I say according to science and law, if we go into court, this is why I say a lot of these people are over their pay grade when they just be laughing and joking and kikiing. I say, we don't laugh and joke and kiki. You can't play with this, because in the court of law, okay, if anything happens.
Amazigian.
Yeah. How you gonna identify?
Can you spell that? Because it's not. It don't even want to spell it.
And somebody got it. Somebody got it.
Well, there's nobody talking right now. It's only 3 of us on here.
Amazigian. I think Carlin got it because he's AM. I got to get my paper. Amazigian. I just put a couple of things.
It just keep putting Amazon.
Amazigian. AM.
AMA.
Z. Oh, damn, I forget how to spell it. Amazigian. Where's my paper? Where's my paper? I got it written down the proper spelling. Because it's written crazy. Damn, here go my book right here. I got it right here. You find it, Amazigian? Hold on, let me see. We got a little time. We say we named ourselves.
What is an Amazigian? Here we go.
All right. You ready?
AMZ. Yeah, is it AMAZIGINA? They keep putting Amazonian, a race of inferiority, all female warriors. No, that's Amazon. It won't. It's not giving me it.
Why? Do a little bit more work. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. All right. I think hold on. But they were free me.
It keeps wanting to say Amazonian.
I'm gonna find it for you. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
IMAZIGAN.
Amazigian.
Amazigian.
Nah,
Tell me what it says.
IMAZ. Hold on. Spell it again.
IMAZIGHEN.
HEN.
Yeah.
It's an indigenous people of North Africa who have inhabited the region of thousands of years and are also known as the Barbers.
All right. Amazigian is
And
the term.
Amazigh is the language of free people. Amazighian term means free people. Amazighian means free people in the Amazigh language. So Amazighian is the free people. Amazighian is the language because the language is named after the people, which I've been telling people this for years, right? Which prefer to over historical problematic term barber. They are all derived diverse groups with distinct language, cultures, and traditions, and they have a deep connection with their ancestral lands in North Africa.
Yes.
Indigenous status. The Amazighians are the original inhabitants of North Africa with a rich history related to Rome and Arab conquest. Predating, sorry, skipped over that word, predating. They spoke a various Amazigh language, which are collectively known as Tamazite.
Yeah. Now, remember yesterday, yeah, and remember the other day I told you who the ancient Arab is, Bertrand Thomas and Vladimir Dale's dictionary of who the ancient ARAP, not ARB, who that is, the melanated. But then it's free people, and everybody know it. It's
right.
From the Berber language, which means free people. This was chosen to emphasize their distinct identity and their ancestral connection to their lands of North Africa, like Malik said, predating to the arrival of the pale Arabs and the Europeans. No disrespect.
Right.
The term
Romans specifically.
The term Berber is an ixam. It's an ixam, a name given to them by others, from the Latin barbarus. Remember, our noble Sheikh Anta Diop, he cleared that up in his book Barbarians. I tell y'all, research it. While Amazighian is their preferred self-appellation. The appellation. What's the name of what's the appellation of the grapes? So this is their preferred appellation. Amazigh or Amazignes, free people. Throughout history, Amazignes have engaged in struggles for freedom, including resistance against colonial powers and movement for greater political rights within existing state structures. So it's here to say it. And then they got the symbology, the symbol. And the symbol looked like a man standing up with his hands up. The letter Yaz is a prominent symbol of the Amazigh people, representing the concept of the free man, and often seen on the flag of the Amazigh. See? That represents the free man, that symbol, the YAZ symbol. I mean, the YAZ symbol. Yeah. So nobles, I just want us to clear, because see, we talk about things. We don't want, I'm telling you, because when I be seeing things and people send me stuff, they be like, would you please say something about it? And I will. I don't have to say names, because I just say whoever doing it. But when we play a little bit, and then when people get to their necks and start sinking, we should understand, we should catch stuff. We should catch these things, and we should say, wait a minute, and say, whoa, stop right there. Have you looked at this? Like, what point are you trying to prove? In your what are you disproving? Because you can't stand with any right mind and say that you're an elder, a scholar, or a sheep, and leading people, and then can't understand it's only one law, it's only one civics, and law govern all events. So we have to talk about these things, because according to science and law, if black mean deaf, we cannot talk about what's so good about that adjective of black, because they agree with all that. And then in the same language, Then and in the same language say, well, I ask, what's your status? Because you don't say black is your status, because then I say, well, what? Well, like, I don't get it. Because we talk about
get it.
law.
It's just a teaching that they've been taught from K through 12th grade that they're black, Negro, and African American. They've been taught this. So you got to unlearn what you learned and prove it by knowledge. And that's where we have to get to.
I just hope we can come, like I said, I hope in my lifetime I see when we can at least walk out the door in agreement, because they already got us with religion. They already done bamboozled us with the Jedi mind trick with the religion aspect, thinking we're talking about two different things. And I already synchronized the Bible and the Quran. We keep letting individuals put a line down our back. And we didn't do that at the BBT. Historically,
we got to accept it, though. That's the catch, right? You accepted it.
And Malik, is written. Everything is written. Even the trustee under arrest of false imprint, like so much stuff is written. Blacks have no standing in law. How can we say, oh, we black people and we know law? How? We black. How? No one should want to go in a court of law as identifying themselves under something that ain't even real. That's a scare. That ain't even real. We talk about some Wizard of Oz stuff pertaining to law. Why would I want to go in a court of law and not say who I am for the record?
You better go and lift that curtain like in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, and I say I'm part of a religious organization that can be accountable for me and can come speak on my behalf. See, all this stuff makes sense. This is what people don't understand. Who's there with you to say what's going on? Don't you know a lot of people can get released on an OR bond to their spiritual head? People don't understand the power of clergy and the power of understanding who you are, not Negro and black. Because remember, as I correct things again, black has no standing in law. Watch this and fact check me. A black preacher can get subpoenaed. You cannot go testify or convey to a preacher anything. Here, the police will come and they'll subpoena him. But I bet you a European priest can, because there's lawyer and client confidentiality.
Only in the Catholic Church.
I bet you that. I bet you they can go in there and say all that stuff, Hail Mary, and donate all the money and be under their own organization, and they buy everything and everything be under the church. I bet you that.
Yeah, only in the Catholic Church.
Because they have their religious freedom.
Yeah.
They have their religious freedoms. I tell people it's nothing black about me when I say I understand what it is, what I'm doing. If I understand law, I can't identify to things that denotate to slaves, and I know this. Negro, black, and color, and African American is all synonymous to slaves, and I know this.
By law.
Like this, that's why I say forget the science aspect of the religion, because if we have a clear understanding, Malik, we're under the triple rose. So we don't have no problem with what nobody promulgated if you understand. Because once again, it always come back where? To the circle. We can prove that. We're not dissing the creator's creation, but what we're saying, we are in the creator's creation. You're not finna exclude the creator's creation, the prototype. That ain't gonna happen.
That's right.
You see? But as a people,
in the likeness and the image thereof.
Yes, Malik. But as a people, all I'm saying is we have to be able to agree on what? Principle, on law. Why? Because law governs all events, and we cannot arbitrarily explain law. We cannot say, well, on some goofy stuff and just laugh it off and say, well, I don't believe that. We can't do that with law, Malik. Right. And so that's what I want brothers and sisters to really understand. Protect yourself, ask questions, understand what more science consists of: knowledge, order, rhythm, astrology, astronomy, nature. It's wisdom, it's understanding, it's building a brotherhood, it's writing the literature for your brothers and sisters. It's aspiring to have physical temple. It's aspiring to do some of the things that the Panthers did. Hell, the Panthers adopted children and walked into school, had lunch programs. We're just trying to model some things that I know can be done. We say we winning today. We say we have more than what we had back then. So I know we can do some magnanimous things. Why? Because we're talking about our mind. And once our mind tweaks, and once we all get on the same level, like Malik said, all we need is a remnant. A remnant can make some magnanimous happening. So I know what we can do. You know, so I give honor to y'all for being here, trusting me and taking time out y'all day, listening to me. I give y'all honor that gave donations, or even just have it on your heart. You might not even have it to give right now. But when you get into that element, and if it's on your heart, just your blessings and just sharing it is just as good as funds. But don't be cheap, don't be stingy. You know, show some love. Because if you show love, I show love. And we continue to show love. And love trumps all. And with that, man, I give honor. Anybody got anything to say as we close?
No, just gratitude for y'all who viewed in and stay coming and participating. We just need more participation from everybody. It's community, it's unity and community. We got to do it together. It's not a separate thing. So please drop your ego, right, and your fear and come learn.
Yeah. My homie said, hey, look, I'll share this with y'all as I close. One of my friends sent me a message. He was like, man, I can't wait till you get on the circuit like Farrakhan. I said, what you mean? He was like, no, not like Farrakhan. But he was like, people be saying all that stuff about Farrakhan, but where do he be at teaching sheep? And I was like, in the churches. And he was like, yep. He was like, yeah, he be at his mom. He was like, but he be in the churches. And he was like, all your people that you know, he like, we got to get on the circuit. And once it happened, remember, it's the Flint. I'm from the city of Flint. That rock is just a spark. All we need is a spark. That's why I said a prophet and an angel sometimes is no good in his own country. Remember, once the seats get full, sometimes the people in your community, that's when they cheer for you. I'm not saying people don't like me. That ain't what I'm saying. So this God's mission, a prophet and an angel is no good in his own country. Everything that I've done pertains to the scriptures. It said a prophet leaves his hometown with his lady, with his empress, and what? Create what he need to create. And then go back to what was created to show that that individual is a fisher of what? Men. To show that the Holy Spirit can capture men that individual ain't even grow up with. That our spirits connected like this, and look at how we love each other. We'll give our last for each other on here. That you can't tell me the Holy Spirit ain't in the midst of this. That's how I know how powerful this is.
Yep.
I bet you if something happened, and I'm just saying, like one of my homies, you always be saying, he like, Sheik, if you was locked up, I don't want to say that, you run a whole prison. Everybody have to come to you. The dudes that think they hard and the regular people. Why? Because of the wisdom. Wisdom trumps all. And we real.
Yep.
You see? And so that's what this is about, man. So I give honor to everyone on here. But nobles, we definitely need to get to a place where we have our brick and mortar. And I know we can get there with all y'all help. I know we can do this, man. That if we just spread the message and continue to throw our net out and continue to be confident and motivated, not only in what we're doing, but in who we are. Just like how you see the Nation of Islam brothers have confidence, just like you see the Mormons and the Latter-day Saints out, they have confidence no matter if the person arrive past and splash water on them. I look at that. I look at the good at individuals. I don't look at what's going on, because whatever message that those individuals have is for those people, for those individuals. But I'm talking about for us. If we say we this and we that and we that and we this and we represent this and that, why don't we represent it? Why don't we represent it? Why don't we share it? Why we got all this niggardly stuff on our page? Why don't we share this for this to spread like wildfire? Because all we need is a spark. All we need is a spark, y'all. I'm telling you, all we need is a spark. And the message goes boom. So with that being said, man, peace, light, and illumination. Can anybody take us out with our Moorish American prayer and our benediction, if you mind?
Who got us?
Allah, Father of the universe, Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is our protector, our God, and our salvation by night and by day. Through his holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. Shalom. Hotel, Islam. Amen. Peace, 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 peace.
You.
Anybody got our benediction?
Islam.
Islam. Islam.
May the benison of Allah be upon thee and thine always, as thou shalt strive to be a credit to Allah, and to make haste to bestow thine acts of love to thy brethren, and to do the best to shun thine evil ones. Remember to take succor of the breast of knowledge, wisdom, fortitude, charity, love, and all standing, and that you might nourish the souls of men. Let the truth be the shield of manifest battles of falsehood. Know that Moors need not to pick the lock to the gates of paradise by means of petty or criminal theft, for behold, the key to salvation already rests within thine own hands. And yes, even though a portion of our nature is weakness, instability, and inconsistency, there is still a greater part of our nature that is divine. May Allah protect thee, guide thee, preserve thee, and lift in thy age, give thee everlasting peace. Islam, amen. Peace, 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 peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
Praise God, prayers. Islam brothers, Islam sheep. Whenever
Brother
y'all ready,
Tupac.
whenever y'all ready, nobles. You know what I'm talking about, Dantes. I'm here.
Islam. Yeah.
Islam sheep. Let's get it done. Let's go. Oh, y'all.
Right on, Carlin. Peace. We out of here.
I'm a spirit speaking truth, seeking knowledge, seeking.
I'm a spirit speaking truth, seeking heart, reaching knowledge, leaking seeds, sowing harvest, reaping man of meager means. I have yet.
mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z.
Once again, this broadcast has been brought to you by mypdfbooks.com. That's books with a Z, where reading fundamental. Also brought to you by bindedbooks.com, where treasures are bound. Be sure to get all of your teas at My Son's Teas, the tea of teas, divinely prepared at herbsofmyaunt.com. Be sure to check out all of those musical stylings by Brian Hicks Spade at bhspademusic.com. For your everyday items and religious regalia, be sure to check out mooreshaberdasher.com. And for that everyday especial Moorish drip, be sure to check out moresachi.com. And all of these companies are powered by ALO Design Pros. Design your online business strategy today.
No such thing as failure, baby. Don't forget who made you. You can't be thinking minor when you